As a marriage coach, marriage expert, one of the things that we always worry or think about is why does a marriage fail and why does a marriage work? We're always interested in finding out the reasons because the failure rate is quite high, and one of it just dawned on me some days ago when I stumbled on a video, made by, again, somebody that's supposed to be a coach. She has hundreds of thousands of followers, and everything. And she made a video, and I was shocked. Let me transcribe that video. Read the words that was in the video. First, I need you to understand that sex is always a choice. I don't care how turned on your partner gets. I don't care how badly they want to have sex. You are not obligated to have sex with them. Also, nobody ever died from not having sex. Like your partner will survive. You have been there on the end of it too, right? Like you've had times that you wanted to have sex and you weren't able to. And sure, maybe it was a little frustrating, or maybe you really wish you could have sex, but you survived. He said it's going to be okay. The reason why my husband and I, she was talking about herself, started making out with each other every night before bed was to break the connection that making out has to lead to sex. He said we wanted to enjoy making out just for the sake of making out. He said, but there's also another connection to break here. That's the idea that your partner being turned on means that you have to do something about it. What if you could just allow your partner to be turned on and not feel the pressure to do anything about it? What if you could even see it as a compliment that your partner wants to be intimate with you? They're attracted to you. They're excited by you. He said, if you distance yourself from that pressure, have to do something about it. You allow yourself to enjoy it, blah, blah, blah. I like to say first that you can't improve on perfection. The design of marriage from God, and we know this from the Bible, you can't improve on perfection. Every time you tamper with something perfect, the only thing you can do to it is to reduce its efficacy or efficiency. You can't improve on perfection. And what God does is perfect. So whenever you would tamper with the rules and the guidelines and the principles, will reduce its power. And for people that live in Western world, they understand warranties better. I know we have it almost everywhere, where if you buy a car from a dealer or authorized dealer and they give you a warranty that if anything happens, we'll fix it for you, we'll make sure this car is up and running. If you go and allow someone else touch it or you touch it, you void the warranty. That means they can't promise that the car will deliver or be fixed, or all the promises they made are null and void. That's what happens to a lot of people in marriage. They tamper with the design. The thing she said was literally saying, hey, sex is a choice. That's in marriage. You have no obligation to have sex with your partner. They'll be all right, and things like that. And on the surface, yes, that looks good. That, oh, you're not in the mood, whatever, that looks good. So my question to them in the comment section, and so far they've not been able to answer me, was, are there obligations in marriage at all? If sex is not an obligation, okay. I asked them, is the husband also obligated to talk to his wife? Can he say he's not in the mood to talk for 24 hours or for 1 week? Can he say that? And it was a simple question, and they've gone to the left, gone to the right. Nobody has been able to give a direct answer. I was trying to ask them, what is an obligation, what is not? What is key, what is not? And some people just ramble and say, oh, communication is key. I said, so communication is key, but consummation is not key. I said, who is defining, how do we determine what is key and what is not key? Who made these rules? And once in a while, I meet people that say there are no rules to marriage. And that's such a joke. People only say that when they've run into something or an instruction they don't want to do. So they say there are no rules. There are rules for every single thing. There's a rule. There are rules that make a car move. There are rules that make a plane fly. There are rules to every single thing. All right, that is working. There's a way to make it work. All right. And there's a rule in marriage. There's a law, or there's law in marriage. And that law is the law of love. The moment you start to say one thing is obligatory, the other is optional, who determines what is obligatory and what's optional? Because the way marriage works, men will always view something as more important. And this is why this is marriage coaching 101. For those that have gone through proper marriage coaching, one of the things we teach, especially our own students, for instance, that want to be certified marriage coaches, you must go beyond your gender preference to look at the whole picture. Because sometimes if you're a man, if you're not careful, you only teach from male perspective. If you're a woman, sometimes you only teach from female perspective. You need a balanced perspective. And that takes growing beyond your own preference. So for instance, you can say, oh, sex is not obligatory, but communication is obligatory. Ask a lot of men. A lot of men would rather not talk. They don't necessarily need to talk. So the moment it becomes a matter of preference, oh, then I can choose. I don't want to pay bills. I don't want to cook. I don't want to take out the trash. I don't want to take the kids to school. If we run marriage by mood, oh, then we cannot pick and choose what you're in the mood to do, then the marriage will break down. That's what I'm saying about there's a design. And I'll read some of the design to you. The law of marriage is called the law of love. And the law of love is not me trying to choose what I can get away with not doing. It's me saying, look, I'm all in to try to do everything I can do to make your life better. I totally, disagree and have an issue with the stand this lady was sharing that, oh, you are not obligated. It's more inconsistent with scripture. And of course, I don't even know if she's a Christian, so I'm not really dealing with that. I'm just dealing with the mindset that makes many people struggle in marriage because they think it's a matter of mood. They think, oh, if I'm in the mood, then I'll do this. If I'm in the mood to be nice to you, if I'm in the mood to be kind to you, if I'm in the mood to serve you. No, God never designed marriage to run by mood. He designed it to run by the law of love. The law of love is not you saying you must have sex with your husband. So if you go to 1 Corinthians 7, from verse 32, it said, but I would have you without carefulness. It said, he that is unmarried careth for the things that belong to the Lord, how he plays the Lord. That means the single person cares only about the things of the Lord. It said, but he that is married, verse 33, careth for the things of this world, how he may please his spouse. That is the law of marriage, his wife. And verse 34 says there's a difference between a wife and a virgin. They're married and all that. It says, and if you read the B part, it said, and she that is married careth for the things of the world, how she may please her husband. So the law of love says, I'm here in this marriage to serve sacrificially, mood or no mood, to serve my spouse. And that is the same energy expected of my spouse towards me. It is two people doing their best to serve each other. I'm not obligated. The moment you bring the no obligation clause, then who determines what is obligatory and what is not? Sex is not obligatory. Okay, so is communication obligatory? Then how do we choose what is important? And a lot of times, people that are more communication minded, we say, oh, communication is key. Just because you have a low sexual libido doesn't mean you have the right to say sex is not important. You can even do a poll. Anybody can do a poll. A group of random people, tell them, will you pick talking over sex? You will see. Some people will gladly pick talking, some will gladly pick sex, and God have handled this disparity. He has said, everybody come with the intention of serving the other, not serving yourself. The moment you say serve yourself, every home will break. That's the secret behind the divorce rate you're seeing. Selfishness. Everybody trying to serve themselves. So if you try to serve yourself, after I serve myself, we're going to go separate ways. If you come in to serve me and say, what do you need? I say, what I need is sex, not talk. And your wife comes in and say, or the husband asks the wife, what do you need? He says, I need talk, not sex. If both of us constantly look for ways to serve each other. Because somebody actually made a comment and said, oh, maybe, that's true that sometimes men are not giving their wives enough affection. They just want sex. I agree. So that's a different discussion. So that's a woman saying, look, I want more affection, not just sex. Great. He is obligated, you see, to meet that need. In fact, we are obligated. That's what when you say I do, what did you even think we said we do? I think people need to tell me when you said I do, what did you think you were saying? In traditional vows, they will say for better, for worse. What you're saying is, look, in all circumstances, I do means I'm here for you.